Hello, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me today on Fortune's Wheel Tarot. This is going to be a timeless Akashic Tarot reading for you. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Spirit and angel guides, keepers of the divine white light, keepers of the Akashic records, ascended masters. What are the messages for Cancer at this time, please? Messages for Cancer at this time. Thank you. Your first card out is the Three of Forces, the Bird's Nest. Your second card, the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench. Your third card is the Eight of Roses, Sangha Community. And on the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Roses, the Journey. This could mean an actual physical journey. It could mean you're preparing to take some type of journey, actually by water. It could also mean that you are moving your business or your home. You could be renovating. It could also mean that you are starting a new platform, perhaps, maybe expanding your business to new locations, or physically moving it, as I said, to a different location. At any rate, it indicates that the journey will bode well for you. And its bottom line is, where do you want to go and how do you want to get there, Cancer? So travel is always fun. It's good to plan, of course, as best as you can. So however that resonates with you. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Everyday Witch Tarot to clarify these Akashic Tarot cards. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these beautiful messages for Cancer. What are the clarifying messages from the Everyday Witch Tarot, please? Clarifying messages from the Everyday Witch Tarot for Cancer at this time, please. Thank you. Clarifying the Three of Forces, the Bird's Nest, the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Clarifying the Karmic Trench, Two of Cups. Also beautiful. Clarifying the Eight of Roses, Sangha Community, the Two of Swords. Interesting. And on the bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles. I generally look at the cards on the bottom of the deck as clarifying each other. So the Three of Pentacles, you could be working on something toward this journey, toward this renovation, business move, physical move, trip. You could be building, saving money if you're taking a trip by water. It's also interesting that there's another boat under this card. Reflection. Obviously what this means, taking time to reflect, examining your life, being as still water. Beautiful cards. So for the first, Cancer, set of cards that you had come out, the Three of Forces, the Bird's Nest, is another card about expansion of potentially your business, your home, your family. It could mean new additions to the family, even children. You could be making room for these new additions. It could be you're expanding your business to new locations. Maybe you're expanding your online presence. You know, there's many things that it could mean, but it's feathering your nest. It's building your nest and preparing for the things that are to come. And it does mean that there is work to be done, but the work will be worth it, that it will be beneficial, and it will be beneficial to you. You will be happy about these changes. They're happy, joyful changes. And with the Ace of Pentacles clarifying, this card is unlimited potential. unlimited success. So these are two beautiful cards to receive together. It just means abundance for me and home and family. Happiness. You can see the sunshine coming through the trees here, shining there, and they're just two beautiful cards to receive together. So that's an absolutely beautiful pair to get for the first cards out. The next cards out for you are the Four of Scrolls, the Karmic Trench, and the Two of Cups. And this card can also, by the way, represent new beginnings. So investing in yourself, new beginnings, definitely unlimited potential for unlimited success. The Karmic Trench is a card of examining the triggers in your life, recognizing them, and doing the work to dig yourself out of that trench, the karmic trench that you may feel stuck in. You can see he's digging there. The hole is more than deep enough. There are rows ready to be planted. There are seeds there waiting to be planted. He's ignoring that. He's just digging. So this is a message that there is an issue in your life, potentially a relationship, possibly, since this is the Two of Cups, I would say that it is a romantic one, that a pattern exists that you are aware of, and it is up to you to do the work, to dig yourself out of the karmic trench, so to speak, by recognizing those triggers, as I said, and taking measured action and moment by moment if you have to. And I can relate, no judgment. Sometimes it's difficult to be the bigger person, but recognizing those triggers and acknowledging that within yourself, and whatever you have to do to breathe it out. Or if this is how this is resonating with each of you, but just remember, when you acknowledge that and you do that work, that is when you can release those karmic ties and get out of that karmic trench. That's the only time that you can truly get out of those patterns, is when you recognize them, when you see them happening, and you make a conscious decision of how you will reply or respond to something or not. So if this is in a love relationship, which is what that indicates with the Two of Cups, that can be exceedingly difficult, because generally we see things in the people that we love the most that we don't like in ourselves, and that's why, honestly, they get on our nerves so bad sometimes, because it does remind us of something that we don't like about ourselves. So, again, no judgment. This is something that I am still working on in my life, and if we don't do the work on it, we potentially can continue to work on it for lives to come. And who wants to do that? I don't. It's not pleasant now, but it's a lot more pleasant thinking about getting rid of that tie, digging out of that karmic trench in this life, than having to go through more lives trying to figure it out and go through it all again. It's just exhausting to me. So you can do it, Cancer. This card says that you can do it. You can make the choice, and of course, you can make the choice for yourself, but in doing so, you make things better for the people that are around you, the people that you love, when you change those karmic patterns and reactions, and when you respond instead of react, you take the power away from that situation. You take the karmic, you dig yourself out of the karmic trench a little bit at a time. So, this card can also mean reconciliation, not just, deep love, but reconciliation. So perhaps doing that work, acknowledging that, and maybe you're working on that with someone. Hopefully you're with a partner who can come to that table with you, Cancer. Because if you're trying to do it alone, it sucks, and it's really not. It's not easy, In my opinion, I don't really think you can do it for yourself, but you can't drag somebody kicking and screaming, So that's a choice that's up to you. You may be taking this journey on your own at some point, but with, this bird's nest and Ace of Pentacles, that just bodes well for family, just building of relationships, of home, business potentially, but I just have the feeling that it's more of a romantic nature with these other cards here. This Sangha community card, the Eight of Roses, this is all about calling in your soul tribe. If you zoom in on this, hopefully you'll see there are many different symbols here of different religions, of different deities, backgrounds. The group of people is somewhat diverse, not very, but it symbolizes you getting in touch with your soul family, with your tribe, whatever that means to you. People who are of a like-minded nature and thought. And with this being clarified by the Two of Swords, you are making up your mind. Making a decision. Maybe you're having a change in mindset. Maybe there's a change in your mindset about the community that you're associating with. This could be friendships. It could be, it could also be your spirit family. To me, we all have a spirit community, a spirit family, and this could be them in the guise of humans. Sometimes that happens, and they can help to guide us as well. They can definitely help us to see those karmic trenches that we're in. You just have to ask for this help and for it to be shown to you, and it can be shown to you if you do reach out for that, but it is something that I think you have to ask for and you have to recognize. And that's the hardest thing sometimes, is recognizing the triggers, honestly, I believe. But ultimately, it's joy, abundance, new beginnings, much happiness. So those are beautiful messages for you. Whatever the case with the Sangha community card, you're getting in touch with the right people. You could be changing tribes, and maybe that's what the Two of Swords excuse me, means, is that perhaps a community that you've been around all your life, even potentially, you've discovered is not really your community, and it's time to move on. It's time to find your real soul tribe, or maybe you found a couple of people who've made you realize or helped you to see that you're not with your soul tribe right now. And when you make the decision to move out of this karmic trench, that's what's going to bring this abundance into you for this bird's nest and this journey, all these cards together. It's definitely a process, Cancer. It's definitely a journey. Life in general. So you're doing the work. You're definitely digging yourself out of the karmic trench. You've recognized those triggers, and you're closer now. You're closer now. I pulled a few cards, actually a couple, from a couple of decks for myself. I always do readings for myself to get warmed up before I do these readings for all the signs, and I felt compelled to share these cards with the collective. This is from the Universe Has Your Back deck. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. I just feel that affects all of us so deeply. Even if the only certainty you have, Cancer, is that you're gonna have a great day when you wake up in the morning. You can't control much, and things happen. Life throws things at us all the time, of course, unexpectedly. But if you make a decision, I'm going to have a great day today, and nothing is going to change that. I don't care what happens. Then you can hold that thought throughout the day, and you can reach the end of your day and be thankful for something, even if it's just that you made it through. So if you can find that 1 ounce of certainty, reach for that, Cancer, if you're struggling right now. The next card I pulled was this one from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, and all of these decks that I'm using are listed below in the description box if you're interested. Eventually, the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. So, to me, recognizing those karmic triggers, doing the work, and moving forward, finding your soul tribe, that's definitely going with the flow, Cancer, and give yourself grace to do that. I am going to pull a card for you now from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit and Angel Guides, for these beautiful messages for Cancer. What is the Shaman's Dream Oracle message for Cancer, please? Shaman's Dream Oracle message for Cancer at this time. Thank you so much for taking your time to come and join me, Cancer. I appreciate every view, and I appreciate you taking your time to come and watch this reading. Garden of Venus, Rest and Renewal. This is a number 25, reduces to a 7. Oh my goodness, am I going to knock it off? I apologize for that, and thank you, Cancer. Garden of Venus, the place of all is well, rest and renewal, self-acceptance. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. It is time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There is nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of the healing flowers. You have returned home. You are weary, and it is time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go into this sacred garden alone, as there is no need for another to be present to experience its pleasures. Really, stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you. Leave all thought behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. In the Garden of Venus, there is a still pond that shows you your reflection when you stoop down to drink. Who is that staring back at you? Look at who you have become. Rinse your face with those healing waters and practice deep acceptance. Love who you have turned into with all your imperfections and blemishes. The goddess Venus holds a mirror that allows you to see yourself in all your flawed beauty. Do not become caught in its spell. After a quick glance, take the mirror with you and return to the battlefield, that you may reveal to others who they are becoming. Then you will no longer have use for your sword. Love who you have turned into with all of your imperfections, Cancer. Perfectly imperfect. I'm going to pull a chakra wisdom card for you. Love who you are, perfectly imperfect. We all have work to do. Love who you are throughout. And you'll find the right community, Cancer. Sometimes it takes a long time until we find those right people in our lives that stand by us through thick and thin. You know, it can take years to realize somebody is really trustworthy. All these decks are listed below in the description box if you're interested in any of them. This is a chakra wisdom cards that come with a All About Your Chakras book and deck. Again, listed below. 7th chakra, crown chakra, divine intervention. I honor a higher power and know that anything is possible. I let a higher power have a more active presence in my life, and I know that my life is divinely guided. I surrender to this truth. I know that I am loved, guided, and protected by a higher source. I am open to seeking guidance in my spiritual quests from a spiritual teacher, master, or guru. And that can certainly be done on YouTube. If you have issues about trust, Cancer, that's the first thing that came into my mind when I read that. There are certainly ways that you can interact without being in the physical presence of someone. If you find someone you can trust and you're open to that, that's wonderful for you. I understand that people have issues that may make it difficult for them to be open to that. So in effort not to exclude someone from that, there are plenty of spiritual gurus. There are spiritual teachers, yoga masters. There are many, many different types of assistance, if you will. There are many learning tools on YouTube, and not the least of which is a movie called The Secret. And I mention it because I enjoy listening to Bob Proctor. I don't know if that's a name you've ever heard before. If you're interested in the power of thought and manifestation, and of course doing work as well, because that is the basis of success, then I absolutely would recommend watching The Secret, watching Bob Proctor. It can be very beneficial as far as a spiritual teacher. I believe he's also, many people would not call him that, but I do. And it can lead you to other avenues. Abraham Hicks is definitely someone who is in touch with the Ascended Masters, and there are many, many resources available on YouTube at any rate. And I apologize for going on so, Cancer, but I myself struggled with getting help for a long time. because of trust issues and some things that had happened in my personal life. And so it was a benefit to me to finally meet with someone and speak about things. However, it was during COVID, and I did so over Zoom, and I was much more comfortable because the trust issues were not just necessarily about physical, obviously, but those were also a concern. It was more so about judgment and whatnot, but at any rate, it turned out wonderfully, and that was through BetterHelp, if anyone needs to hear that. Nothing wrong with needing to talk to someone. So these were beautiful messages for you, Cancer. I believe that you are definitely feeling a higher presence in your life, and you feel this abundance. Perhaps you're on the precipice of it right now, but definitely preparing, building that nest. Keep recognizing those karmic triggers. Do the work for yourself. Climb out of that karmic trench. You can do it. You can do it. And divine intervention. Lean on that certainty and faith. Lean on that certainty and faith and get the rest that you need. Get the rest that you need as well, so that you're well prepared, Cancer. You will come into your community. You'll find that group of people that are like-minded, that can help uplift you and that you can help uplift as well. And that will be a great benefit to you. I hope that you have enjoyed these messages, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love and light.